Coach, did you hear about that in Vegas?
Man, I ain't hear shit. When all the time I go to Vegas is work. I go to Vegas. I work and I go to a carpet shop and going back to the house.
And
Carpet
that
shop. Wait, that's it.
and that's it.
Now,
And you do that for 11
I
weeks? 11
I
weeks?
don't do shit to go. Every Monday morning, I go get my little run in, hit the coffee shop, makers and finders. I'll be back soon. Hit the gym and back to the deal. I don't gamble, so I don't really. Vegas ain't some place that I
What about
love. I love the
what about
boxing scene in Vegas,
all right,
but
what
I
about
don't gamble.
what about playing golf? What about, you can buy some pussy? It's all type of
I
shit
might
going
do
on.
that.
Listen,
It's Vegas.
Chiron. Listen, did you see the
I ain't
HBO face? I'll
exempt
be
for
back
none
in a
of
second.
that.
Said HBO. Hold on.
I ain't got no ring
The
either,
premier
so.
you talking about
boxing
networks? That's not
face
even
off.
here no more.
The what?
You asked me about Vegas. I said
Shit.
there's a lot of things to
Oh
do in Vegas, bro.
You
yeah,
said
oh yeah.
Boxing.
Well, listen, I
you said
I
you
ain't
said
hanging out, but if I need to hang out, I know I'm in the right spot. Shit,
Right.
but I don't spend no money, no fucking gambling. I don't do that.
I got
Fuck that.
you. I
Mm,
got you.
Do
Just
that. But
like me,
yeah,
bro. I
I
ain't with
love
that.
Vegas for the boxing, man. I love the sport. So anytime I'm in Vegas, I like it. All the fighters come in and out. Deal X Gym, I work there when I'm there, so it's all good. All
Nice,
the big
nice, nice,
boys down there.
nice.
Did Chiron? Did you see the premier boxing face off with Morel and Benavides?
the one they did in the ring.
Nah, they did one on Instagram, I believe.
They was talking. I seen like a little clip.
Yeah. Do you feel like I just listened to David and he mentioned to not just me but to a few analysts saying that you know that you know that he believes that David Morrell's complaining that he doesn't want these steroid testing for the many weeks that they've been doing it, and lately in that face off he said I don't think he's taking it anymore. So
Mm.
do you feel like David was scared when he said it, or do you really feel like he was concerned? I think David Morrell was saying something like
Well,
you scared that you
look. This
fighting
is
somebody my
when
size.
you talk about testing, it should never come up that it's scared. Somebody's scared. I think when you put that put that out there, it's like a weird narrative because cheating is cheating.
Hmm.
You don't ever want to be cheated. If we just play by the same rules, you know what I mean? I don't think that it'll be fair to say like he's scared because he wants to make sure that the fight is being fair. I not to feel like if a fighter is trying to get away from the fight being fair, clearly it's an indication that he might be doing something that's unfair. I don't see a problem with getting tested. Like if you like if you ain't cheating, you ain't cheating. I know some fighters be bitching about like needles and shit like that, but trust me, it ain't that deep. The testing, it ain't that deep. It ain't taking that much blood. You
And,
know,
and, and, and let me tell you something. Let me educate you a little bit on this drug shit. You can take all the fucking drugs you want. That shit ain't gonna help your brain from getting rattled. You can take
yeah,
all
but
the
nah,
drugs
cheating,
you want.
nah,
You
because
can
that's
take
cheating.
all the drugs you
You
want.
nah, that ain't right.
I'm
When you
telling you
got
because I
when you have
lived
a
it as
physical,
an athlete. I
yeah,
lived it
but
as a track and field athlete. Everybody in my sport was doing there's two different things you can do in sport. In the track and field, the competition levels are up here, and you
Mm-hmm.
compete every other weekend, right? So the body stays at a high level. When you peak and you come down, when you're on roids in the running sports or explosive sports, ain't nobody brain getting rattled. The body's recovering. All roids do is help you recover faster. But in boxing, if you get hit on roids, you going to
listen,
sleep.
that's not. But the boxing game is not just about if you could take a punch or not. You scoring
No,
points.
that ain't gonna help you take no punch.
Yeah,
It ain't gonna
but
help you take a punch.
the cheating is not punch resistance. That don't even
Right?
sound right.
That's what I'm saying. That you
That's the
can take
game
all
is
the
not
roids you
just
want.
Right.
but the game is not about punch resistance. What are we talking about? We're talking about somebody having an advantage, cardiovascular, advantage. We're talking about somebody having bone density advantages. We're talking about
I hear you.
somebody being
I
able
hear
to
you.
work out longer
I
and
hear
train
you.
harder because
I hear you.
it's not.
How old are you?
So what are we talking about?
22? How old are you? 22?
No, I'm 30, and
No, but I'm
but
almost 60. I've been in the
you can be,
game for a long.
you could be
I'm telling
80.
you from
What
a
you're saying doesn't make
scientific
sense.
point.
What you saying don't make sense scientifically. Your science is old. I'm telling you
No,
right
sir.
now.
No, sir.
I'm telling you right now
I'm
that
telling you, you don't know nothing about drugs. They're not
you know what you're
going to
talking
help
about.
no fighter.
You all right? Well,
They're not
so
going
let me know.
to help.
Then why is it banned? Then why is it banned?
It's a banned substance. That's why
Why?
it's banned.
Why?
It's a.
Why?
But
Why?
you didn't hear me.
Why?
You
You
let me
talking
talk.
about
Let
it?
me
You just
listen.
said drugs ain't gonna help you in a boxing
Listen.
ring.
I know. I did not say that. I said what they do is they help you recover. I was in a sport where the drug level is way up. Even boxing
So
has no
so
idea what they're
so
doing.
so, coach, let me
You
ask
can
you a
let me
question.
explain it. Let me
Coach, hold
explain
up.
it to
Coach,
you.
let me ask you a question. If I'm able to train and recover faster in an 8-week training camp, am I going to be stronger than the person that cannot recover as fast?
You could be stronger, but in
Just
boxing,
answer that question.
I'm gonna answer it.
Am I
I'm
going to
gonna
be
answer it.
better? Who
I'm gonna
trained better?
answer it. I'm gonna answer it. Listen, there's fighters right now that can train. Everybody, only thing it gives you is more time. You're right about more time. All I'm saying is that you can have more time. I can have more time than a Zab Judah, right? And be strong as fuck. But if he hit me, I'm gonna get dizzy. And
Yeah, but yeah,
I'm saying that
well,
I'm saying
that's
that the
called being
drugs,
human. That's called being
the,
human. But
right? But this is the only
what does that
sport.
have to what does that have
This
to
this
do with having
this.
an advantage?
Listen, I'm not no. It's an advantage, but the advantage doesn't help you in boxing
I didn't say that
unless
drugs
you.
make you turn you into a
That's all I'm
superhero.
saying.
It just
That's
makes
all
you a
I'm
better
saying.
fighter.
Say that again.
It doesn't turn you into a superhero, but it does make you a better fighter because it raises your athletic ability.
No. You got to have athletic.
No,
You can't raise somebody's athletic ability.
no, you raising it because
You raise their
you're being able to
recovery
train
levels,
harder. Your testosterone levels is
but
higher. You can train harder and
that's
faster.
not ability. That's not ability.
No, but your ability increases
No,
because you can do everything longer and
your
stronger.
resistance increases. Your level of tolerance increases.
Yeah,
That means you can have. So if I put you on drugs,
in
right? Okay, look. Let me give me an
in the
example.
courtroom,
If
your
I
logic doesn't
know,
make sense.
no,
It just
I
doesn't make
win every
sense.
time. Let me give you an example.
You're telling me that a
If I
boxer
give
isn't better
I give an
if
athlete, I'm gonna use myself as an example.
you must have
When I was
took roids
competing,
in your day. You
let me
took
no,
roids
no,
in
I
your
ain't
day.
take no. That's
You
why I
must have
took
took
the
roids
sport.
and you defended it
No,
pretty
but
hard.
I know the science, son.
You defending it
I
pretty hard.
know the
Have you put your
science.
fighters on roids? Have any of your
And
fighters
none of
been on
my
roids?
fighters on
It
roids.
sounds like it.
You
You
gonna
sound like you're an
let me
advocate
finish?
for it.
You gonna let me
I'm
finish?
listening.
I'm telling you the truth. The truth is I'm trying to educate you, and you don't want to
You're not
listen.
just because you're old and you got gray hair don't mean you're
No,
educating me.
I'm not old. I'm not old.
You're
I'm not
telling me
old.
that a boxer does not get better with taking drugs.
He gets better at
He
recovery, son.
gets
He
better
doesn't get
all the way
better.
around.
He doesn't get better at fighting and taking a punch. That's what I'm
Well,
telling you.
no, skills are skills. A random person on the street can take substances. That don't mean you can beat me.
That's what I'm
But if two
trying
trained
to tell
athletes
you.
on the same level are taking drugs,
Do you do
one
you
is taking it, one is
do,
not. One has the
do you
advantage. What are we talking
do you
about?
know how many fighters Zab Judah beat when they was on
It
drugs?
doesn't matter. It's not
That's what
about
I'm
that.
trying to tell you.
It's not about that.
It don't help. It don't help.
Just because a fighter can beat somebody on drugs does not mean that he does not have the unfair advantage. That just means that Zab was just better than them to a point where it was. But I'm telling you right now, in Zab harder fights that he won, in Zab
Listen,
harder fights that he won,
listen.
if a guy would have taken drugs, Zab would have been at a disadvantage. He might not have won them fights because those fights was tough fights. And Zab put the work in the gym, and the other fighter put the work in the gym. But when you got a guy he's juicing, that makes it's a big advantage. That makes it a
It
big
does
advantage.
not
It's a
help the
big
brain
advantage.
from
So
being rattled, son.
tell me why when fighters take Vada or when fighters get on the programs, they always look different. Tell me why
We talk.
you see a fighter come up and when he's
I'm
not
gonna
being
tell you.
tested, he looks great, but when he starts getting tested, he don't look as good.
I'm gonna tell you
Nigga head
because
get shrink, right?
because
Head
be-
shrink down,
because
regular.
because
His
because
body get little like this.
Exactly.
because
Little, little man.
because of the recovery.
Before
No,
that,
Because
nigga like
of
this.
recovery.
it makes you a better fighter, not skill wise, but it makes you a better athlete.
It gives you the ability to recover faster and you
And
can do more work.
that's what
But
this
it does not help the brain.
Oh,
who's
All
talking
I'm
about the
saying,
brain.
that's when you
Yeah, but
get knocked out. The brain gets rattled against
Yeah,
the
but if you
skull.
can't hit me because I won't get tired,
that's
no
the
matter
part
how
that
many.
I'm not understanding.
Yeah,
yeah,
That's
me
the
either.
brain
Cause
no matter
part that you're talking
half
about.
the
if you
fighters I
can't
know
hit
don't
me
got
because
brains.
I won't get
They don't
tired
even
and
got
I'm
brains.
moving and I'm like this all night long, that means that I beat you because of the drugs that I was taking. If a normal fighter gets tired and you don't recover as fast, and in the ninth round, eighth
But I'm
round,
telling
he
you
gets tired. What?
that doesn't give you. There's a lot of clean fighters that last long. Every fighter,
Yeah,
that I trained got great
okay,
stamina.
but
It
you
don't
can
help
have
their
great
brain.
stamina for 12 rounds, but it might not be at the same clip. It might not be at the same clip.
Listen.
There's
The last fight I trained had 24 knockouts, and he wasn't on no drugs.
Well, it sounds like you're an advocate for drugs.
He
Don't
wasn't on
sound
no
Nigga
good.
drugs.
said,
I trained
This
him
don't
for
sound
15
good.
nigga
years.
This
said,
don't sound
you an
good. This does
advocate
not
for
sound
drugs.
good.
I'm not
You can't.
an advocate. I'm saying that if the only thing, but the brain, a fighter brain can't be helped by steroids. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but your fighter is at a disadvantage if he's fighting somebody who on steroids. Your
There's a lot
fighter,
of fights out there with kids on steroids and they lose.
but
That's
but
true.
that doesn't. Yeah, but that's like saying, oh yeah,
You missing
because
it, dog.
because I'm with my wife
You
and she doesn't get caught. She doesn't get caught when she's cheating. That don't mean she's not cheating.
Hey, I'm not denying that. I'm not
Think
denying that
about
the sport.
it.
I didn't deny that. All I'm telling you is that
She gonna get
you
caught
could take all the
one
steroids.
day.
Hold
She gonna get caught
up.
one day.
Listen. What weight class you
I
fight
fight
at?
at middleweight.
What's that? 47?
60.
No,
No,
see,
60.
look. What are we
60?
talking about here? What are we
What
doing?
weight you fight? What weight you fight at?
Nah,
160.
160?
he
Okay, so
cold.
listen.
He
You could be
cold.
clean all you want. You can have all the talent you want. You can go in there and fight a guy. He could be on all the shit. You hit him in his head. He done.
Yeah,
It
but
don't help.
that does not mean
This
that
is
I
the
was
only
not at a
sport.
disadvantage.
This is the only sport. Boxing. You get your brain rattled, you in trouble.
Right,
Or put it
It's
like
Yeah,
this.
over.
yeah.
right.
Put it like this. Put it like this. It does not affect your chin in a positive or a negative way. Okay? All
I'm gonna
right.
let
But
you.
look, say I fight somebody who got a great chin, but they don't get tired, which means no matter what I'm hitting him with, he got the good chin, but he won't get tired because of drugs. It puts me at a disadvantage.
Because he don't
You're
slow
not gonna
down.
knock everybody out. Imagine a guy. Imagine a guy.
Listen,
Imagine Antonio Margarito don't get hurt by nobody, and he's on drugs. You can't stop a person like that. He's just
What
gonna
class?
keep coming and keep coming and keep coming and keep
Margarito got
coming.
hurt by a lot of folks.
No, you're not
After
you're not understanding what I'm
drugs.
saying. I'm saying guys with great chins. You have a world class chin. Even if you've been hurt, you know what I'm trying to say.
Listen,
Ruslan Pozvakov, somebody with a great chin, and he don't really get hurt. You rarely see him get
Or
hurt,
get
and he got
put it
great.
in a different example. Put it like if you're not a knockout puncher, but you finesse,
Yeah,
stoppages. You know what I mean? If you fighting someone on roids, the way you would get a stoppage, you might not
you
get stoppages
might
because
get
the
the
guy
stoppage where you breaking a guy down, but it's harder to break a guy down if he's on the roads and he's.
he's on the shit. Yeah.
no,
Got
if
you.
you hit that, if you hit the head,
See, look, you sound like
the head,
you're
the
old timey.
head.
I'm gonna stop arguing. You old
I ain't
timey.
arguing, dog. I'm trying to give
He
you
think his
facts.
fighter shouldn't drink water.
You not understanding.
He think his fighter shouldn't drink water, and you don't believe in
Nah,
supplements.
I ain't gonna hold you, coach. I
Nah.
ain't understanding either on your part when it comes down to the
He
durability
said
of
they can't
it.
drink water and he don't believe in supplements.
Keep up. that's what it feel like. That's what it feel like. That's what it feel like.
Listen. I do
You don't
believe
believe in
in
strength
some.
and conditioning either.
Listen. Let me tell you something.
Well, he's
You
an
can
strength
take all the
and conditioning
subs you
coach.
want. You still got to piss it out. I'm the best conditioning coach on the fucking planet.
So wait a minute. Do you believe in supplements?
I do. I believe in the quality supplements. But you still piss half of that shit out.
Mm.
You piss it out.
Look, he's with the old school boxing.
Nah,
He doesn't understand
bro.
how much
I know the
stronger
science
fighters.
of the game.
You don't understand how strong
I know the
stronger
body.
fighters are.
I know the
Science.
body.
science.
I know the
It's
science
science.
too. I know
It's
it all.
science.
I knew it before you was born.
That does
It
not
ain't
mean
much
anything.
ain't
I promise you.
changed, son. Much hadn't
It
changed.
yeah, but look, a lot has changed.
No, not
A
much.
lot has
Talk to him.
changed.
Not
A
much.
lot has changed.
Talk to him.
A lot has
Athletes have
changed.
changed. The athletes have changed, but the basics.
LeBron James is 41 years old, playing like he's 20. A lot has changed.
Well, you better take. You better see. I ain't gonna go there. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
go there.
come on.
I'm not
Let's
even
talk
gonna
about it.
go there with LeBron.
Let's talk
I'm
about it.
not even gonna do it.
Let's talk
Listen,
about
let
it.
me tell you something. Let me tell you.
Guys are
I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this right now. Listen, I'm gonna say this right now. At the highest level in the sport, boxing is one of the only sports where you have some of the top athletes that ain't doing drugs.
Facts.
That's what I'm gonna tell you.
Facts.
Because of all these
You said that's
other
not.
sports,
You said that's not, or it is
that's not.
drugs. Oh,
That's
not. Yeah,
not.
you right. Yeah, you
That's
right.
not. This
we
is the
got
only sport that you can go on. You can be a world champion, and you ain't got to be on no drugs. That's the truth. Every other
Fair point.
sport, football, basketball, track and field, gymnastics, tennis, swimming. You can't be a champion. I was at the top level. I was top 12 in the world. Never made a U.S. Olympic team.
in
Every
what?
year,
In
every
what?
year since
Let me
1984 to 2000 when I competed. The same
compete
guys
in
making the
what?
Olympic team.
What were you competing in what?
Long jump. A long jump ran 100 meters. I went 27 feet in the long jump, 10, 20 in the 100 meters, 20 point something in the 200, 13 something in the hurdles. I did it all, but I was a better jumper. I couldn't, in this country, you had to run under 10 seconds to beat a competitor, not make the team, but be a competitor. In this era, I would have made at least 2 Olympic teams in the long jump. 26 feet made the Olympic team in this era. 26 feet, you couldn't even make the fucking final. We had guys, we have 4 Americans over 28 feet.
Well, I can't really. I don't know much about track and field, so I can't really argue with this. But we talking about boxing.
Yeah, I
If we
get,
talk
that's why I like
about
boxing.
if we
That's
talking
why I
about
like
boxing,
boxing so
I will.
much.
But I'm saying, if we talking about boxing, I'm going to 9 times out of 10 win this argument.
You're
I don't
not
care how long you've been
winning
doing
the
this. I
argument
don't
because
care
you
how
don't know
long
the
you've been doing.
science.
You'll see when the comments come. You'll see and read the
But they
comments.
don't know what they talk about. Shit.
Watch when you read the comments. They're gonna
They're
give you a
not
little
gonna
outlook
know.
about how you don't how you
Listen,
understand.
if they're not world class athletes, if they're not as decorated as me or decorated anybody, then they don't know what the fuck they talking about. I'm telling them, if you're making a comment on this thing and you ain't been at the top level in track and field, if you ain't never been at the table where motherfuckers got drugs in
We're
your
not
face,
talking about track
shut
and field.
your
We're talking
ass
about
up.
boxing. We're talking about boxing.
You said drugs. You said they gonna talk about drugs. You
No,
said that.
we're talking about boxers having the
We
better
talking about
ability.
boxing.
People in
I
the
gave boxing
comments
the
about to get
props. I
crazy.
said boxing. I said boxing is the only sport in the world that
Where
you can
drugs don't
become a
matter.
world champion without using drugs.
Yeah, but you said drugs don't matter.
No, I
And
said the drugs don't
boxing.
help the brain
Yeah, but you
when
said
you
that
get punched. That's what I said.
but you said that a
No,
person
don't
with
put the words in my mouth.
let's be clear. All right, Mill City, tell me what he said.
I said drugs don't help that brain when you get hit. That's what I said.
Mill, tell me what he
Go
said.
back and look.
He said
That's what I said.
he said that. He
But you
said that he doesn't.
but I
He
also
said
when I said that fighters at a disadvantage, they fighting somebody on steroids, you said no.
I never disagreed. All I said was what I was trying to tell you is that you can take all
no,
the drugs you want, but if
you
that
said it's not
brain
gonna
get
help.
rattled,
You
you're gonna
said
be
it.
in trouble.
You said it won't help.
No, I did.
You said that.
The drugs
Yeah,
not
you
gonna help
did.
that brain. It's not gonna help. It's
You
not
said it
gonna
won't.
help.
You said it won't help a fighter win a
No,
fight being on
I didn't say
drugs.
that.
It will
I
help a
didn't say
fighter.
that.
We're gonna have to run it.
I
We're gonna have
said
to
it
run the
won't help the
tape.
brain.
We're gonna have to run the tape because I know for a fact you said
Bill,
that.
I said it won't help
This
the
is on
brain.
You're
YouTube.
backpedaling.
You will
You're
be able
backpedaling.
to see this on YouTube
You're
tomorrow.
backpedaling.
See it. You'll see it.
You're backpedaling.
I ain't backpedaling,
You can say you
dog.
can take all the drugs you want. You can get hit in your brain, so you're gonna be all right.
That's what I said. You can take all the drugs you want, but it's not going to help your fucking brain from getting rattled. That's what I said.
But I said you're still at a disadvantage, and you argue with me.
Listen, You could take all you want, like I said, but if you get hit, you gonna be in trouble.
So are you letting your fighter get? Are you letting your fighter
So
get
I'm
in there
saying that the drugs don't help.
Are you letting your fighter get in there with somebody juicing?
We'll never know.
No,
we'll never know.
But if you know,
we'll never know.
But you, if you know you letting your fighter get in
well,
there,
ain't nobody gonna do that. Why would I do that? But I'm saying
it sounds like you don't care.
What you're trying to do is make me agree with you. But
no,
who wants to get? You wouldn't get in the ring if you knew a guy was in the mindset of a combat sport is that damn he gonna get in here with all these drugs in the system and he might be strong or he might be this. But what I'm saying on top of all of that, if that brain get rattled, you can have a whole bunch of shit in your system. Your ass going to the ground. That's it. That's all I said.
But I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna argue no more because
it ain't no argument, son.
You're running from the question.
You trying to make me agree with you saying that I don't condone taking drugs. But if a fighter is taking drugs, I'm telling you, if you a fighter and you taking drugs, it ain't gonna help your brain. It may help you train, but it's not gonna help you from getting knocked out. That's what I'm saying.
A lot of the sport, 80% of a fight is your conditioning.
Absolutely.
So if you are in there with a fighter who is juicing, you are at a severe disadvantage.
Yeah, I'm not going. You don't know what you talk about.
Is that not? So you don't agree with that?
I don't understand what you're trying to say.
Mill City, break it down in layman's
I don't know what he's trying to say, man.
Give me a better.
You got it. You and me. Listen, all I'm saying, son, is that the drugs don't help a brain from getting knocked upside the skull, and when that happens, you go to sleep.
So what's the point of you saying that?
Because you said what you said.
What's the point?
I'm telling you that you could do what you want. You can do what you want, but it ain't gonna help you brain-wise. It'll help you train. That's it.
Yeah, but all these little advantage points is to be able to get you to touch the brain, to touch the head, and once we touch it, there's the damage. You know what I mean?
Well, listen.
If I'm stronger and punching and hitting harder because I'm juicing and I hit you in your brain,
it's an advantage. It's an advantage. Yes, it's an advantage.
Okay, thank you.
It's an advantage. But I never denied